Kavaski Irvin, the host of the Humming Podcast. Thank you so much for tapping in with me. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast because we are working daily. We are continuously pushing out great information in all types of different directions, branding, pushing, and building, and getting a better understanding of what's really going on out here. Because that's the fun part. We actually get to do this in real time. We get to be a part of the creation of the internet, and we get to be a part of the world of growing. What better what better thing do we get to do when it comes to technology advancements, growing and building together as a community of people? It's not much better to ask for. This is as good as it get, and we get it every day. Well, this is your host, Kavaski Irvin. Listen, I want to say thank you so much for listening in. Thank you for tapping in. I got my video enabled. I don't know. This is maybe the first time I've really enabled video quality. So I'm going to go to X and check to make sure that I'm having any type of responses. I don't even know what's happening. I got this streaming to YouTube and I got this streaming to X. So let me go verify this really quick. And I will be Googling some things to talk about in just a bit. But I am live right now, live here. Let's see what we got going on this one. Let's see if it's showing my video. It actually is, and that's pretty cool. But listen, um, that's really really cool. I'm so excited about that. I didn't even know. Just been this whole time, just been all voice. Now I'm adding video to this. It's something I could have been done, but I just never really felt it was necessary. You know me, you know your boy Kavaski. I'm just a book reader, a book speaker. I'm just a business thinker. I'm just a humming podcast leader. The Humans of the Ocean Science podcast. We got the X Do Science in all different forms from YouTube to X to all the way over to my big platform at Instagram because all my friends love it. TikTok also is X Do Science, but I don't do TikTok too much. Not because I hate TikTok, not because I hate anything about it, simply because my platform was built way before that, and it's kind of like TikTok is like the sprinkles on a cake. You got the whole cake, and the cake is still gonna be good without the sprinkles. Simple as that. And technically, sometimes the cake is better with no sprinkles because you ain't got to worry about nothing. You just eat the cake and you good. Eat the cake. Listen, listen, listen. We got something brand new coming. I'm talking to a lot of business moguls, business advancers, and beautiful people in a lot of different ways. And we're expanding upon my next book coming out soon. If you don't know, I have a new book coming out in about a month and a half. Well, it'll probably be out by the end of this month. But I do have a new book coming out. I guess it's February now, so I can't say half a month no more. But I will release the title with you guys right now. If you're ready, say ready. I'll release the title with you guys right now because I think it's important that y'all figure out and not be left in the dark because this is very important to me and it's going to be very important to my work. I've been doing I've taken a lot of time in my book studies. You guys know I love doing women's history. I love doing men's history. I love highlighting black history, beautiful things. This is the February 1st, Black History Month. You know, I got um I got a few objects and different things what I could use to amplify this podcast. I sure do. But if you've been following me for any time at all, you realize not only do I like to keep things very simple for the convenience of time, but I like to keep things very simple because the message, I don't want anything get in the way of the message. The message is I'm simply being me, doing my thing and and continuing to spread the love of reading books, gaining new education and knowledge, and as I do this, sharing the valuable tokens and tips that I accomplished along the way. My first book is Humans of the Ocean, the Ultimate, and it's about a starfish. I wrote this book in lyrical format because when it came to me and how it was delivered to me in such an elegant and graceful way, through prayer, through growth, through advancement, through, of course, I graduated in college, all these good things. It was such an elegant way for the Lord to present this special thing to me. So when I got this special thing presented to me, I felt like it was a love song, a love story. So I wrote this book in a lyrical format. And as you read it, you will notice this. I now have two formats of this simple book. I have one which includes short stories and poetry, and this is my first edition. And in the last half of last year, I released a smaller, simpler copy, a more simple copy. Um, I'd say like this: a more simplified copy of Humans of the Ocean, the Ultimate, where I'm highlighting the life story and events of the character Emmett the starfish, or Emmett the sea star, and I'm also highlighting the value in my writing as I am writing, continuing like a message in this story. You get a better feel of what's really going on in this story. Not only am I doing it that way, but I'm doing that simply because I want you guys to see my dedication to writing. I truly have a love for writing. I can spend days on end writing and writing and writing. All I need is a couple crackers and not water. Give me something with some flavor. But I could do that for a long time and I just don't get tired. That's what I do. I do it anywhere with anybody at any moment because that's a gift given to me and I'm very thankful for it. Not only let me take you down a little trip real quick and so I can tell you why this is a love for me. Well, when I was young, I started writing and I started reading. Of course, I was really, really young and I didn't have a lot of friends who would do the same. I mean, I was kind of an isolated kid. Certain things happened in order for it to be that way. When I got into school, I started to realize like this was something that everybody was supposed to be doing. So I realized, okay, this is fun. This is what we do. But when I would go home and I'd see books laying around the house or different things, I'd pick them up and try to read them. And then maybe it'd be hard for me or challenging. But either way it went, as long as I put a little effort to it, I could gain like a better understanding of what was going on. Then I kind of started being more aware of my grandmother and how intelligent she was. And I realized, maybe if I read these things, we have something to talk about. I could say something about this thing that I just understood to her. That's a little bit about the deep end of my story. Another part, back when I was in college, I'm skipping all the middle school and high school. In college, I really learned to form articles, form emails, form questions and thinking topics, critical thinking topics. I learned this by having conversations with my professors, getting a better understanding of what they wanted from me and what I needed to deliver to them in order to accomplish the goals that they wanted accomplished. Because a professor has a specific topic or thing in mind when they intend for an assignment or an experiment to be done. If you don't understand that professor's specific question or goal, then you might miss the whole topic or reason behind why they are doing that in that way. Not because you are bad at the work or because you suck at the topic or suck at the subject. It's simply you don't understand what they are asking for. They may need you to go deeper in a way that's not even that elaborate, but it's just deeper because they want to see your opinion about it. They want to understand how you feel about it, what you got to say about that simple subject, because many people have spoken about it and you're new in this area. You might be so new to this area that no one in your shoes, in your culture, your way has ever experienced these new subjects that you are learning about, and they want to know, how does that come off to you? So don't limit yourself by not having those deeper conversations with people who have studied for a long time, advanced, and maybe they just did it because of the work and they wanted to gain, an opportunity to make a better life for themselves when it comes financially. But for you, it may be different. It may be it may be a gift that you can take really far, very simply, and you should open those doors for yourself when you have opportunities. You know, I know I'm going long on that topic, but when it comes to it, I I opened those doors for myself, and I never saw them closing. They just continued to open and open and open, and I'm very thankful that I didn't give up on myself when times got a little bit challenging for me, because hey, sometimes it gets hard. Sometimes it gets a little bit more of a challenge than you expected, but that doesn't mean give up. That means keep going. That means continue to show yourself worthy, show yourself believable, and powerful. I mean, why not? I mean, you're powerful. You have everything you need to do these things. And listen, that's my take on that topic, because when I started writing and reading and different things like that and getting a better understanding, I took it as far as I can take it, and I'm going to continue to take it further. But we have a new book coming out soon, and now I'm understanding a little bit better now. Let's go on Twitter. I'm gonna make a tweet. This is at this is about 12 minutes into this, or 13 minutes into this podcast, and I'm gonna make a tweet saying, "Chat, I understand it now. Chat, I understand it now. I understand it." Oh my God. Y'all know, if you know, you know. I mean, if you don't, that's cool too. It's all good. But listen, 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 listen. So my new book, here's the title. It's called Little Man the Big Man. The great thing about it is I actually I feel like I found a book cover for it a few days ago. I found the cover of this book, and it was on a rainy day. It came to me when I was looking out the window and I saw some trees making an image in the tree. Like all the branches was forming something, and I saw it and I saw an image, and I think I want to make that the cover of the book. Of course, I'll make some edits, some changes, simple, just to, you know, make bring that image in my head alive. But I think I found it, guys, and that was pretty freaking cool. Right now, I have a few things in front of me. I actually have my books in front of me too. I have these copies, the ones I was telling you about the two versions. This is the older version, the original. This is the new version released in the second quarter of last, or the third quarter of last year. And both of those books are very powerful. So go get you a copy off Amazon. I will put the link in the bio. You best believe I'll put the link in the description. It's gonna be down there. Another book. This is this is a very powerful book. Another book. This book is called Bible Trivia, the complete book of Bible trivia, and it is something I found. I don't know when exactly I found this. I talked about it before, but I found this book at a Goodwill, and you know, I mean, there's a lot I can learn from that book. So much, so much to learn, so much to enjoy. Trivia, trivial topics. You know, I got this light on. Got the light busting. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the light busting. Not only am I doing this podcast at the moment, but I also have I have another one going on the side. This is a different guy that I watch sometimes. He talks about different topics. He doesn't know me, but it's okay because I mean he's doing a good thing. And sometimes I listen to the work, and sometimes I listen to what he does. You know, it's just topics. We all talk about these certain things and different things, huh? And another book that I have in front of me, book by Langston Hughes. Well, that's kind of a loaded statement. So Langston Hughes has a character, and this book has his stories in it, but it was edited by someone else, and so his hands were not in building this book. I'd say his hands were not in building the book, but his work is the substance which was used. So if that makes sense, so you get. I think you get that. Okay, I think you get that part. This book is called The Return of Simple. I've had this book checked out from a public library for about a year now, simply because I just need it in my presence. I mean, that's Langston, man. I need that in my presence, bro. I'm gonna go ahead and end this first podcast here, and we'll jump back in. Thank you so much for listening. This is Kavasky Irvin, the host of the Humming Podcast. I'll talk to you later.